Hi, everyone. Here, for the video chapter we are about now is functions. You can find all the lessons of the students from. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. And you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to detailed math, and then click on view all lessons. Then you can find the list of chapters. We can start with chapter functions. Lessons we can do over today are identify linear and nonlinear functions as x, y, satisfy the linear function, then later nonlinear function, find values using function graph. So please make sure you have your backup and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. You can use similar steps from the videos. And you can sign up. Yeah. And I'm on the chapter function. So let's just start with the lesson. The lesson was identify linear and nonlinear functions. So let's just start with the lesson. We have on the lesson that is identify linear and nonlinear functions. Okay, the graph shows a function. Is the function linear or nonlinear? So if a function is a linear function, the graph must be a straight line, right? The graph of a nonlinear function is not a straight line, so if the graph is a straight line, that means the function is linear. So the one here right now is a straight line, so that is a linear function. Let's just start with the test question. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or nonlinear? The graph is a straight line, so linear function it is. The correct option is linear. Option number one is the correct option. This is a linear function. The graph for the function is the function linear or nonlinear. The graph is a straight line, so that is a linear function. Option number one is the correct option. That is a linear function. The graph shows the function. So is the function linear or nonlinear? That is a nonlinear function. The graph is not a straight line. So that is a nonlinear function. Option number two is the correct option. The graph shows the function. Is the function linear or nonlinear? The linear function, it is option number one is the correct option. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or nonlinear? This is a nonlinear function. Option number two is the correct option. That is a nonlinear function. The graph shows a function. Is the function linear or nonlinear function? It is option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is, does x, y satisfy the linear function? The point 33 satisfies the equation. Does the point 33 satisfy the equation y equals x squared minus 6? In the ordered pair negative 3, 3, negative 3 is the x value and 3 is the y value. So just plug in the values in the function. Y is 3 and x is negative 3 squared minus 6. So negative 3 squared is 9, 9 minus 6 is 3. So 3 is equal to 3. So the point negative 3, 3 does satisfy the equation y equals x squared minus 6. Let's just start with the test questions. Does the point 0, 0 satisfy the equation y equals negative 3x squared? So just replace the variables with the value y is 0, negative 3x is 0. So 0 times 3 is 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So yes, the point satisfies the equation. The correct option is yes. Does negative 2, negative 6 make the equation y equals x squared plus 5x? Y is negative 6 equals negative 2 squared plus 5 times negative 6. Negative 2 squared is 4 and 5 times 3 is negative 10. Negative 6 equals negative 6. So negative 2, negative 6 make the equation true. So yes, it is option number 1 is the correct option. Does negative 6, 0 make the equation true? Y equals negative x squared minus 6. Y is 0. Ne- negative minus 36 minus 6. 0 is not equal to minus negative. So the correct option is no. Does the point 29 satisfy the equation y equals x squared minus negative x plus 7? Point is to 9, x is to y is 9. So 9 is equal to 2 square minus negative 2 plus 7. So that is 4 plus 2 plus 7. 9, 4 plus 2 is 6, and 6 plus 7 is 13. 9 is not equal to 13. So the correct option is, so the correct option is number 9 does not satisfy the equation. So the correct option is no. Does the point 45 satisfy the equation? The correct option is no option, but two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Let me just move the next lesson. The next lesson is evaluate and learn. Use the following function rule to find f of 1. 8 absolute value of x plus 1. So replace the value f of 1 means replace all the x with 1. So that is 8 absolute value of 1. That is 1. 8 times 1 is 8 and 8 plus 1 is 9. Let's just start with the first questions. Use the function rule to find the value of f of negative 6. So f of negative 6 is replace all the x with negative 6. So that is 6 and Absolute value of negative 6. So absolute value of negative 6 is a positive 6. That is 6 times 6. That is 6 times 6 equals 36. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 36. Use the following way to find f of 6. That is negative 11 minus 6. So that is negative 17 squared. That is 289. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is f of 6 equals 289. Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the following function given to find f of 7. So that is 7 plus 4. That is 11 squared. That is 121. Option number 1 is the correct option. Use the following functions to define f of 9. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is f of 9 includes in the use the following function rule to find f of 11. So f of 11 is equal to 2 times 11 square. 11 square is 121 multiplied by 2 is 240. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 200. Use the following function rule to find f of 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is the okay. You can complete the lesson by yourself every day. So we were working on grade math. Chapter we were working on is functions. The lessons we have covered today are interpret linear functions, identify linear and nonlinear functions. Does x, y satisfy the nonlinear function? Evaluate a nonlinear function. So please make sure before the next session we can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your number until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today.